You are inclined to carry a lot of credit, a lot of debt, and you're going to move forward. You're going to replace that car every couple of years and finance it. You are in for a shock because you are going to see things change dramatically as a result of what Fitch has done now in downgrading the U.S. credit. You're going to see rates go up, and you're going to see, I think, struggling economic times in the future. This is something that is knowable to anybody who looks at the ingredients and engages in a legitimate analysis of those ingredients. It's foreseeable, eminently foreseeable, just like this homeless crisis and the failure or the lack of willingness to do the right thing on the part of elected leadership in the state of California, and not limited to the state of California, many other states as well, is exactly what is driving this, and it has a very, very bad ending unless something dramatically changes. And so I hope it does. Your thoughts, 800-834-1530. Jerry is patiently waiting in Roseville. Jerry, good afternoon. Welcome to the conversation. Thank you for holding on.
Oh, good afternoon, Sheriff McGinnis. First, let me say thank you very much for your loyalty to Sacramento.
Oh, thank you.
As a fifth-generation Californian, I appreciate it and have law enforcement in my family.
Yeah.
A couple of examples where this is really using resources unnecessarily. We have a green belt behind our home, and just over the weekend we had a little fire back there because a homeless camp was set up, even though we're basically down the street from a sheriff's what is it, like a little outreach center? Yeah. But when they're hiding in the bushes or whatnot, right, nobody can see it, with a sterno can and caused a fire.
Yeah.
And it, again brings the sheriff's department, and it brings the fire department, and it had to bring an ambulance, and the ambulance driver can't not take them to a hospital to get checked out, even if they want a sandwich. They have to take them.
Absolutely true.
So,
and by the way, you are in a pretty good position where you are, relatively speaking, in Placer County, because quite honestly, I think there's a better approach to public policy in the county of Placer. You have, I think, a much more wise group of elected officials there. You have good leadership at the DA's office and the sheriff's department, and they seem to they do the right thing. But they're still dealing with the consequences or the challenges of changes in state law. And I will say this, I think wise leaders are going to have to start looking at this case called Martin versus Boise, which essentially is
approaching a railroad crossing.
You cannot enforce camping prohibition laws unless you have a shelter for those people to sleep if they're removed from a public place. That was a result of an arrest made in the city of Boise, which ironically doesn't have a homeless problem, but there was a person who was inclined to sleep in a public park where it was prohibited by law. He asserted he had no place to go, and the Ninth Circuit overruled the conviction at the lower court. And so, but if you look at the details of it, and I think if wise leaders in the legal community take a hard look at that and find a workaround, I sense that's happening in Sacramento County with the DA's office. I think you will see changes on the horizon, and there may be opportunities. Unfortunately, we still took the major force and effect out of the law with the passage of Proposition 47, which would have put people who were engaged in the underlying activity that creates this problem. Let's be honest as to what it is. It is overwhelmingly the consumption, use, and transportation, and to some degree sales, not much, but some sales of the illicit drugs. Those were all felony crimes until November of 2014. Nobody went to prison for personal possession of those drugs, but it put them in a situation where they had to go to drug court to relieve themselves of a felony conviction. And guess what? There was a rather impressive degree of success that came out of that, changed their behavior, put them on a better path, if not eventually compounding consequences for repeat offenses would bring about greater degrees of enforcement potential, and we didn't have this problem then. So it's so clear to see exactly where it went, how it developed. And I really call upon people who have been elected to public office and take the oath to support and defend the Constitution of the U.S. and their local jurisdiction, and do the right thing by their constituents, and be bold and courageous and call truth when people come up with euphemisms as a means by which to avoid enforcing the law. So.
One comment that we made in 2014, as a recently retired continuation high school teacher, that's where we thought degree of what punishment, I guess.
Yeah, criminal consequence, yeah.
Yeah, and before you know it, these young people have got a criminal record, the length of my arm, before they even can basically get a driver's license or get a job.
It's absolutely true.
That's where we thought.
And then, Jerry, you're bringing up all kinds of good points here. The solution to, by the way, because there are consequences of having criminal convictions on your record, and by the way, there should be. So the solution on the part of many people who I think are not looking at things objectively and honestly and legitimately is to do away with the authority for a potential employer to inquire as to a person's prior criminal history. And that doesn't work. Keep the consequences there. Obviously, for criminal offenders, they can have those records expunged. But historically, let a person acquit themselves of their past indiscretions by showing sufficient good behavior to overcome that. But we've escaped that, and we're trying to eradicate evidence that really truly is a legitimate predictor of how people will behave in the future, and that's not good for anybody. So if you think about it, honestly, Jerry, I think if you employ two different concepts, respect and candor, and sometimes they can appear to be at odds because it doesn't seem respectful always to tell somebody that they're flat dead wrong. But if you have enough respect for them to be truthful, that's exactly what it requires. So if you choose to engage in unlawful conduct that has a foreseeable adverse impact on you and the people around you, we are going to hold you to account for that and be unapologetic about it. That would go a long way to resolve this, and I don't see the courage of conviction on the part of sufficient numbers of leaders, certainly in the city of Sacramento, to actually make that kind of a change. So I hope for it, and I see the signs in different places, but realistically, it's going to take a lot to really, truly, fundamentally make that major change. Hey, I appreciate your call very much, Jerry. Great observations, great questions. I hope you're not a stranger to the program. More conversation coming up. Don't go away.
Local news, breaking news, traffic, weather, and the in-depth analysis you need from John McGinnis every afternoon, 3 to 4 on KFCK.
Local news, breaking news, traffic, and weather.
It makes the drive to work really easy.
Traffic reports on the 10. Every 10 minutes.
I'm now always informed.
Mornings and afternoons.
Nobody does it better.
For everything you need to know.
I love listening to the news station.
It's KFCK, Sacramento's News Radio.
Well, there's one thing I think we can absolutely rely upon. None of us wants to have rodents or pests endanger their personal space. You don't want them coming inside your home, right? I think that's a unanimous consensus. And regrettably, this latest strain of outdoor cockroaches are very, very, very disturbing. They want to come inside your house and transition from outdoor cockroaches to inside cockroaches inside your home, and they want to bring their buddies, the ants, with them. Don't let that happen. John McGinnis here for Jones Brothers Pest Control. Jones Brothers Pest has been protecting Sacramento homes for over 40 years, including mine. For a full list of services, visit jonesbrospc.com. Call today. Ask for the John McGinnis Summer Special. New customers will receive $100 off when you sign up for their no-hassle annual service. That's $100 off. I trust these guys, and so can you. So give them a call at 916-852-8800. 916-852-8800, or visit jonesbrospc.com. Either way, you'll be glad you did.
Every business deserves a great deal. That's why, for a limited time, we're launching the Mobile Made Free event. With Comcast Business Internet, new and existing customers can get 1 year of unlimited mobile for free. Yep, you heard that right. An entire year, free. It's our best internet, powered by the next generation 10G network and with 99.9% reliability, plus 1 line of free mobile for a year. The Mobile Made Free event is happening now.
Get started with internet and advanced security for $49.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, for a limited time only, ask how new and existing customers can get a free line of unlimited mobile during the Mobile Made Free event. Call or go online today to learn more. Ends 9/21/2023. Eco bill and auto pay required. New 50 megabits per second internet and security edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Mobile offer requires 100 megabits per second internet package and new unlimited intro mobile service. Other restrictions apply.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for detailed and restrictions. Attention anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS will take care of aggressive enforcement action against taxpayers who hold back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this video now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A simple toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid reading levies, and other harsh collections by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800. Provide you with the maximum protection afforded by law. $99 tax carry. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500. If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-981-9615 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, or other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-981-9615. 800-981-9615. 800-981-9615.
Good afternoon from the KFBK Traffic Center, 348. Dana Hess here for BigMountainAir.com. Antelope Road, Roseville Road, traffic hazard. Somebody out of gas there, or oog, as they say at CHP speak. Checking your freeways, got a lot of slowing out there. Eastbound Cap City all the way through Midtown to get to Expo. Westbound's going to be heavy coming in from El Camino Avenue to the American River. Westbound 50, you got to slow down there between Watt and Howe and Howe. And also, you've got more slowing further on down. That's going to be between Stockton Boulevard and, of course, 16th Street, and that's where they're doing the Fix 50 project. Southbound on 99, you're going to be a little slow and go down to about 47th, and more slowing as you go between Mack and Sheldon. Skip the AC tune-up sales gimmick and schedule a Big Mountain 2-season 2-for-1 AC and furnace rejuvenation with a 12-month money-back guarantee. It gets breakdown at BigMountainAir.com. That's BigMountainAir.com. Traffic on the 10s every 10 minutes, mornings and afternoons. Data Hess, KFBK News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM.
Building a better Sacramento during the KFBK Afternoon News on KFBK News Radio.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying on board. Tom Geddes with the KFBK News Radio Live, everyone. Radio app and your smart speaker. Talking about this homeless disaster. It was an absolutely preventable development, and the leaders in the state of California and elsewhere, with some exceptions, some notable exceptions, don't want to impugn everybody, but have absolutely failed to address this with an element of candor and a legitimate drive to change the dynamic. It takes courage. It takes respect and candor, respect for truth, to make changes. And I don't see that happening. I think the city council being on like this, no more simple things than turn this hot potato into the burden of somebody else. Your thoughts, 800-834-1530. Brad is very patiently waiting in Sacramento. Brad, good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the conversation, and thank you so much for holding.
Good afternoon. Thank you for my call.
You bet.
My stepdad has a auto repair restoration shop on Commerce Circle in Sacramento.
Yeah.
And the whole circle, I'm sure you're familiar with the place.
Oh, yeah.
The whole block is nothing but homeless trailers and tents and campers that are all broke down. They got piles of garbage out into the road everywhere. And, you know, they broke into our shop and stole all of our tools.
Yeah, absolutely. This is so unsurprising. I'm happy you're sharing this story. I want to give you more time. But I just want to inject this. You probably have an idea the cost of resolving those abandoned RVs that are left behind. It goes to $5,000 to $10,000 to be able to rid the streets of those abandoned RVs, and that's another burden. But I digress. Continue, please, sir.
Yeah, and you know, it basically put us out of business, and that took 5 paychecks out of 5 households, you know, and there's families that are losing out because of that. And you know, we were working on $100,000 cars, and nobody wants to bring our $100,000 cars to that place.
Yeah, that area. That is, I know exactly where you're talking about. In fact, I'm reasonably sure I'm familiar with your business, having helped a friend leave a car there not too terribly long ago for extraordinarily good work that was done probably a year or two ago. And so, yeah, this business that you refer to now, that was a thriving part of the community that contributed to the tax coffers and employed other people and provided the service that people wanted. Is now gone completely?
Yes,
That's incredible. So this is what is allowed to happen when people don't accept their responsibility of elected leadership. And I think last night's call from the representative looked like really truly a charade that had no likelihood of really truly changing that. I think it's going about this. He wants to do the right thing. And by the way, he goes into this with an element of respect for the plight of those who are living this life, because he doesn't want to see them suffer anymore either. And he's got obviously grand concern for people such as yourself and your family that are being disadvantaged by this. So it's your story is should tug at the heartstrings of everybody, and it just so clearly illustrates the consequences of the failure to do the right thing on this issue. And I'll just throw this out as well, Brad. Think about the people who have destroyed your family's business. Are they any better off as a result of this? They're not. I don't believe.
No.
They're worse off. So it's benefiting nobody. Abundantly clear to anybody who looks. I appreciate the call very much, sir, and I hope we have change on the horizon. Stay tuned. I really truly hope we see that. Let's check in with Rose, patiently waiting in Sacramento. Rose, good afternoon. Welcome to the conversation. Thanks for holding on.
I listened to the last 3 hours of that meeting on public access radio. I was concerned several, I believe it was Valenzuela, talking about these camps potentially being self-governing.
Yeah. Self-governance is not their friend. They really need rules. They need to enforce some of those rules, and they need to guide them. At some point, they need to find their path, and they can go without the transport wheels, as it were, and live a safe and productive life. But they're not in that position, or we wouldn't be talking about them, right? And I'm glad you brought this up. To move them in a concentrated area and have them create their own little system of hierarchy and rules and laws that they control to the detriment of anybody who's not, part of the survival of the fittest. So your point's very well taken.
Thank you. One more thing. They keep talking about 4,500 people. If you spread that over 8 districts, that's over 500 people a district.
You have not fixed anything. Let me just throw this out to you. If you've got cancer in your body, I would submit you find a competent surgeon to remove that cancer, eradicate it from your system, and live a healthy life thereafter. If you spread that cancer to different parts of your body, it will eventually destroy the body itself. And
one more thing.
That's what they're looking at.
Could I say a good word about the 4 that voted no?
Yeah.
And I'm very impressed with Kaplan from District 1. She's an attorney, and she stood up for one of the women when the mayor was interrupting one of the women councilmen. Kaplan called him.
Good. Yeah, good observation, Rose. I appreciate you sharing that, and there are a handful of them that I think are worthy of respect. So I appreciate the call very much. Glad we could get you on. I wish we could have gotten to everybody, but that's the nature of talk radio. That's it for me, as you can tell by the sound of the music. But you have the handsome and charming Steve Teliano. He's sitting here right next to me. He's taking over with the afternoon news. I will see you right back here tomorrow. Have a great evening.
Building a better Sacramento. KFBK News Radio. 93.1 FM, 1530 AM. An iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Mike Lester believes a good financial advisor helps you map out a plan for each step of your retirement without taking a commission. Hi, it's John McGinnis. Mike is the founder of Talon Wealth and on a mission to help those near and in retirement protect and grow their nest egg. And he's ready to prove it with Talon's Satisfaction Guarantee. It's actually quite simple. For any new client that hires Talon to actively manage their portfolio, if you're not satisfied after a year for any reason, Talon will refund 100% of your advisor fees. Yep, that's right. For any new client that hires Talon to actively manage their portfolio, if you're not satisfied after 1 year for any reason at all, Talon will refund 100% of your advisor fees. Call 916-545-6000 to find out more. That's 916-545-6000 or visit guardingyournestegg.com.
Advisory services through Talon Private Wealth and SEC registered investment advisor. John McGinnis was compensated for this message and is not a client of Talon Private Wealth, LLC, California license 0N00828.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Levi Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T level is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see I've never been more proud to be in local news than I am right now with our team. Typical time, news is coming at you. And now more than ever, it is crucial that we step up our game, and we do it every day. Asking questions, digging deeper, every night's a new challenge. This team is tenacious, and they continue to push for answers for you, and bring you the stories that matter. Getting answers. Every night on the CBS 13 News at 10. Ron had a tax problem he just couldn't handle on his own.
I owed the IRS taxes for over 5 years. I didn't have any money to pay the taxes.
Those years cost you dearly. Ron finally called in the pros.
I called Optima Tax Relief, and boy, am I happy I did.
The leading tax resolution firm, Optima, is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. They've resolved over $1 billion for their clients. Ron was overjoyed.
They settled my account with the IRS. I was ecstatic. They are lifesavers. They are. I am so happy.
Take Ron's advice and call Optima now for a free consultation.
Yeah, don't do like I did. Wait, call Optima Tax Relief. Do it now. You'll be ecstatic like me.
Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. Actual plan, some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Sacramento's News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM.
Good afternoon. It is 4 o'clock on Wednesday, August 2nd, 2023. I am Steve Caliano with your Katie O'Neill. This is the KFBK Afternoon News. Here's the stories that are trending. Sacramento updating its plan for dealing with the city's outlook. Our nation's capital is preparing for Donald Trump's court appearance tomorrow. And drama of a different kind today on Capitol Hill. We'll tell you about those stories and more coming up. Right now, the time to check on that traffic and weather together, like we do every 10 minutes here on KFBK News Radio. So starting us off in the 4 o'clock hour, here's Dana Head.
Good afternoon, Steve. And right now, we go out to the northeast corridor, eastbound to 80, just west of Greenback. Have a report of an accident. It's another one of those where they get the notification via your cell phone. Anyway, a vehicle up the embankment there, and another vehicle in the number 4 lane. So that's causing some problems out there. Again, eastbound 80, just west of Greenback. Watch out. Traffic on the 10s every 10 minutes, mornings and afternoons. Dana Head, KFBK News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM.
Thank you, Dana. Be back to check on more traffic news with you coming up shortly. Right now, time to check on that KFBK weather forecast.
Tonight will be clear skies for the low 57 to 61. Plenty of sunshine tomorrow, high 83 to 87. Friday, sunshine, the high 92 to 96. I'm Matthew Leathers, Drew Shannon on KFBK, Sacramento's News Radio.
Right now, beautiful outside the KFBK studios, 85 degrees on a lovely Sacramento afternoon. And our top local story, the Sacramento City Council is giving its approval to a new plan designed to relieve the city's worsening homeless crisis. KFBK's Jensen Rader has the details.
The council is upping enforcement for homeless encampments or vehicles that are in violation of city and state ordinances, like blocking sidewalks, close to schools, and near critical infrastructure. City Manager Howard Chan has also granted the authority to open more safe ground sites. The plan saw strong support from business groups, realtors, and residents.
We're losing the downtown core. We are losing our perception. We're losing the reality that this is a safe place to be. Businesses should not have to close due to theft or loss of business. Our residents shouldn't have to accept the squalor that we see on so many of our streets.
But advocates are concerned the plan impacts livability.
Every safety net that we have has failed, and we need to commit to rebuilding those nets stronger than ever.
The goal of both initiatives aims to clean up streets and streamline the relocation. Jensen Rader, KSBK, Sacramento's